Hey everyone, Matthew Robinson. I'm back again with a review of Frozen, the latest animated film from Disney. Now, I, like many people, am missing the 2D animation of Disney, but I was happy to see that again in The Princess and the Frog. And of course, there was Tangled, which actually surprised me and I enjoyed. And then there was Frozen. I saw the trailers for Frozen, and honestly, I thought the movie was gonna suck. I wasn't very intrigued by it. They had that talking snowman. It was a very, very different take on the Hans Christian Andersen story about the Ice Queen. It didn't look like it was a very particularly pretty movie, and I just was like, whatever. I'll probably see this maybe on Redbox or when it comes on TV. But eventually, I decided to give it a chance, a real chance, and I went to the theater with my brother, and I saw it, and I liked it. I didn't love it like he did. He's obsessed with it. He bought the soundtrack the next day. He's been listening to it nonstop. I cannot get the song "Let It Go" out of my head now, which is a very catchy song. Well done. But Frozen is, I guess the best way to describe it is that it's a very loosely based film on the Ice Queen. It's about these two sisters. Um, the Ice Queen is Elsa, and then the sister who doesn't have the ice powers is called Anna. And Anna's voiced by Kristen Bell, and Elsa voiced by Idina Menzel, or Adina Menzel? I don't know. You also have Jonathan Groff voicing Kristoff, Josh Gad, who you may recognize from the Ashton Kutcher movie for one of the 12 people who went to see it, or from 1800 Pen if you were one of the 25 people to watch the show. He voices the snowman Olaf. Santino Fontana is Hans, and one of my favorite character actors, Alan Tudyk. I can never pronounce his name correctly, so I'm just going to give up. Voices Duke, and many other different voice actors have lent their talents to this movie. But when it comes down to it, it was well written by Jennifer Lee and directed by Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck. They did it together, and that's always a good sign to me when the writer is also the director. And that the writer is someone who wrote the script and it wasn't Shane's. Quick screenwriting thing for people who don't pay attention to the credits or do pay attention to the credits. When you see the anagram sign, that means that the people wrote the script together. When it spells out and, that means that someone was brought on to rewrite the script. So the original screenwriter at some point lost control of the script and someone else was brought in to write it. For fair reasons or unfair reasons. Doesn't matter. Whenever I see A&D, that usually signals to me that the movie is not going to be well written. It might still be an okay movie, but the movie's not going to be well written. I very rarely do I feel rewritten scripts by other people ever turn out that great. I mean, I know there's exceptions, but in the general sense, no. But anyway, Jennifer Lee wrote it, and she also got to co-direct it, and they do a good job here capturing the atmosphere. It actually is a quite pretty film. It's well animated, other than the little mistake that people have pointed out with the hair flip by Elsa that goes through her armpit. You know, mistakes happen. I don't think it detracted from the film. I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out. Um, I think it'll probably be corrected for the DVD. It's nominated for several things right now at the Golden Globes. It'll probably be nominated for the Oscars. Let It Go is definitely one of the best songs I've heard from Disney in a long time. It still may not win the Oscar, though, because it's got to go against Inside Llewyn Davis or Lewis. I can't remember the name. I'll probably see it eventually. It's a Coen Brothers film. It's got a lot of not hippie, hipster support, so it will probably get more praise than it deserves, or maybe that it does deserve. I don't know. It's hard to like movies that hipsters like because they're annoying to talk to about the movie. But that's not to detract my hipster fans. I love you guys. I love talking to you. You're just intense sometimes and condescending. But the movie Frozen is good. It's not excellent, but it's not Disney Renaissance good, but it's good. Like, yeah, the characters are good. The voice acting is well done. The snowman, who I thought was going to be annoying, actually turns out to be one of the funniest characters in the film. But I guess there's just something missing from it. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's the pacing. Maybe it's that some of the jokes they try too hard on. I'm not sure, but something's just missing. Maybe it's the trolls. You know, trolls aren't the most. interesting characters. They're kind of like, oh, the trolls. All right, when are we gonna get past this scene? But I did like some things. And spoiler alert, the next few minutes are going to spoil some things. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I'm going to tell you the grade right now. That is, I'm giving Frozen an 87 out of 100. So basically a B plus. Some spoiler alerts here. Not particularly a fan of the trolls, like I said, but the reason I'm not a fan of the trolls is because they're kind of a Deus ex machina type character. They just come in, they do something, and it solves a lot of stuff. And then eventually, of course, it does not solve the problem of, oh, an ice shard went through your heart, which generally does not. I mean, generally you're dead when ice goes through your heart. But, whatever. It's a movie. So, I like the fact that the moment of true love in this movie is not a kiss from another dude. It's sisterly love. It's family love. I like that. That was a fresh take on the Disney trope that I much appreciated. I also like that the movie brought up that falling in love with someone in one day is totally crazy and stupid, which kind of also pokes a little bit at some of the old Disney movies where people fall in love within like the span of a week. But it's true. I mean, that doesn't make any sense that someone would fall in love. And I think it's a great twist at the end with the villain. I did not think he was going to become like a psycho, I want to kill you type villain. I thought he was going to be someone more like, oh, she's just not meant to be with this guy, really. I did not see that coming. And I like to think that I usually can pick up on and things like that. But that totally caught me by surprise. And I thought the Let It Go sequence was probably the best. The ice castle and all that jazz. Even though this sounds weird to say for a kids movie, Disney movies are known for having pretty violent deaths for the villain. And this villain just kind of gets thrown in prison. I mean, I'm sure he'll be executed later, but that's an off-screen thing. I was kind of expecting like a pretty brutal ice-related death for the villain. He's certainly done some pretty terrible things. On the scale of Disney villains, this villain is pretty nasty. And he's definitely done worse than some other villains who have met some gruesome ends. So I was very surprised that Disney did not kill him off. But, like you say, I thought it was a cute enough movie, and I would go see it again. This has been a very long video. I apologize for that, but I'm still getting into the hang and swing of things. But side note, I might be one of only 5 black men in America who would have no problem living in an ice castle with Elsa. It'd be cool. That castle was bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like she like just sprouted that thing up. It was all ice. The cold doesn't really bother me that much. I like the cold. I know you're saying, we're wearing a jacket in the inside. Well, my office gets very cold. I'm kind of under a vent here. But whatever, I like the cold. I'm about to go back home to Ohio and experience the cold. So, overall, Frozen is a good Disney film. It probably will win Best Animated Feature. It has a slight chance of winning Best Original Song. And if it does, it's well deserving of that. Alright. More reviews will be coming soon. I know there's a ton of stuff going on. I'm going to be making a video soon that's breaking down the Golden Globes, so stay tuned for that. I think you guys are going to really like it. If you have any suggestions for movies you'd like me to review, old or new, leave them in the comment section below. What do you think of Frozen? Did you like it? Would you marry Elsa and live in an ice castle? Leave the comment below. Alright. Remember to rate. You don't rate. I'm so... it's like a muscle tick at this point. Remember to like my video, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, please remember, it's all in the air.